time. Dopo aver trovato l'amore nella Repubblica Dominicana hai fatto altro. Ma chi ha detto che ho trovato l'amore? Io ho trovato l'amore, sì, per la Repubblica Dominicana, che è un po' diverso. Amo tutto il paese. Why aren't you married? Emily, because I don't want to ever get married. Never ever. Not for me. I think I told this. Pensavo di entrare e sentirti parlare il russo, ma sei ossessionato con sto russo, cioè... Non sono l'influencer o la content creator giusta per sta roba. L'Italia del Sud non ti piace? Certo che mi piace, meravigliosa. Io quando dico che mi identifico con l'Italia del Nord, perché semplicemente è così, non è che io l'abbia scelto, sono della regione dei laghi, sono praticamente cresciuta fra, vabbè, ovviamente Lugano, Milano e Como, quindi sono del Nord. E di dove sono, non è che è una scelta, uno non sceglie, è andata così la mia vita. Allora, why do you always have strong self-confidence? Because I do. You want advice on it? I'm creating a masterclass for it, if you're interested. Candy Xenia, hi, how are you? It's been a long time indeed. I think we did DM you with my team to ask you something about some content, if you can check. Bella zona, hai ragione, la vita. Choose the most watched videos of your competitors, then analyze the content with AI and choose the most viral topic and make it. For sure, it's a good idea. But I don't have very direct competitors. I'm very, very unique in what I do. C'è una lingua in cui fai più fatica a esprimerti? Oddio. C'è una lingua nella quale mi esprimo con più facilità, che è l'italiano, ovviamente. E anche lo spagnolo è facile. Le altre un po' più complicato. Ovviamente le parlo, le palleggio, però... Sì. Hai prodotti specifici per i capelli? Sai che sì, io ho capelli che si annodano facilmente. Sembra stata nella famosissima Domodossola. Sì, di passaggio, più di una volta. Uno va in montagna e ci passa. Noi lombardi siamo i migliori, c'è poco da fare. La mia lingua madre è lo spagnolo, bla bla bla. Ok, aspetta, cos'è che stavo dicendo? I capelli. Uso prodotti con silicone, anzi l'ho già finito il mio prodotto con silicone, vuol dire che non lo ritrovo più perché era professionale, me l'aveva venduto un parrucchiere e non li vendono al pubblico, che mi fa impazzire perché ce l'ho bisogno, perché si annodano. Allora, tell me your point of view on marriage, I'm curious. I personally, Xenia, I don't want to get married. That doesn't mean I think you shouldn't get married. You do you and be happy. I don't see the point of getting married. I can have a lifelong partner. I don't need marriage for that. Why would I? There's nothing about it that makes sense for me, unless I was in the 1800s and it was like a business deal of two huge families uniting or some stuff like that. That makes sense. But, marriage is, at the moment, is like a weird institution for me. I'm not judging you, you do you. The next holiday, come and visit Guatemala, Antigua, and also have nice beaches better than Dominicana. I know, I believe you, and I will, but I don't go to the DR just for the beaches. Sprichst du auch Deutsch? Ja. Allora, aspetta. So, blah blah blah. Dio che fatica. You should do a women's gathering when you come to Zurich. That's a good idea, Nadia. I love it. That's a very good idea. Thank you. Allora, che altro abbiamo? Guys, I need to put it on silent for a second because I'm gonna get something. Stay there. so I have to pick up my food. So it takes a moment. What are we saying here? Which Italian word you like doesn't exist? Thank you for the badgers. Love you. 3 supporters. You're the best. I see you. I see you, badgers. Arrivo subito. 3 secondi. Sorry guys, I got my food. I'm coming. My food's here. What are we saying? Oh, who knows? What's your favorite Spanish accent? Dominicano, caro. E allora, che altro stiamo dicendo? Conosci Maria Arreghini di... No. Chi è? Boh. I'm eating something healthy, but I wanted some pasta, but I ate too much pasta, and it's, it's not about, calories. I don't care at all. It's more about the quality of the ingredients here. Quando a Roma non lo so. You don't want to get married, but do you think you will have children? I said it more than once, I think publicly, in reels and everywhere, that I am very, very convincedly and happily child-free. Thank you, Justin Fergusoni, for the badge. How to stop being depressed? So it's not so easy. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't really take the responsibility to advise you, but many things. And the simplest one is to start with the body. So move your body, eat well, try to sleep, try to go outside, get sunlight, get movement, and relationships. These are very simple, but they're so important as a base. And then, of course, you need to work with experts and professionals. But never forget that these things are so important. Eres muy aburrido. Yo no soy un hombre, mi amor, primeramente. Entonces, Irina Bis, are you coming to Davos this year? I've been invited and I've been tempted, and they've been trying to convince me so hard to go, but I don't want to go. I have to focus on have a couple of projects. Look at this that I'm working on, and I don't know. I feel like it's gonna distract me too much to go to Davos right now, so I decided not to. Although it's very tempting, it is always such a fun. And hey, Uwe Gamer, thank you for the badge. I see you. I'm hungry now. Do you take any supplements for bloating? I don't have any bloating. But if I did have bloating, occasionally, then I would have taken natural charcoal, activated charcoal, but not often. Be careful. Hey, UV Gamer, I see you. Thank you for the badge. Na 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 na. You will find love after marrying someone, not before. Well, if that's your belief, that's your belief. A bit random and a bit weird, but sure. Missing the old lives of yours when you're candid. Not everything should be so professional. Are you out of your mind? Like, how am I professional right now? It doesn't get more candid than this, darling. I don't know Syria, but I mean, I know of Syria, and I also know that if I'm not wrong, and correct me please if I'm wrong, but Steve Jobs was adopted and he was actually Syrian. Ma ora dove vivi? Sempre a Londra? Eh sì, certo. What do you do professionally? I'm an entrepreneur and I work with brands to promote them online too. What do you enjoy in traveling more, nature or cultural heritage? I need both. I like both. I really like to go to places that have culture. Without it, I get a bit bored. So where are my badgers tonight? Have to work. How many languages do you speak? I speak 6. Your palm tree looks in good condition. Oh, guys, thank you. Story of my life. Have to always take care of it. It's a Strelitzia Augusta. Just makes me feel a little bit more in my other home, the Dominican Republic. Din, 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 din. How many times have you been to New York? Very many. I even lived there for a bit, studied at the New York Film Academy. Boom, 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 boom. So guys, what did I do? Horrible. How do I remove this? Oh, thank God. This is so much better. I don't know, it goes automatically. This is so much prettier. It's just me, myself. Okay, are you currently married? Hi, Anna. No, I'm not married. I've never been married, and I do not want to get married. So when I used to date a while ago, I'd say, hi, hello, I don't want to get married. So just so you know. What is the minimum height for a man who wants to invite you to dinner? I'm not looking for a man. Also, that's a weird question. I am not in Dubai. No, I am in London. Hace mucho frío en Londres. No mucho, no, pero no es que sea tan bonito. Bueno, hoy fue un buen día, pero hay días que son un poco lluviosos. Stai schiacciando quella povera pianta dietro di te? No, non la sto schiacciando. Non sono appoggiata, però la possiamo spostare se ti preoccupi. Tanto sta foglia qua ormai è andata. Però vabbè, spostiamoci così tu stai più tranquillo, io sto più tranquilla, siamo tutti più felici. Allora, raga, ancora sta roba del height. I'm not obsessed with height. No, I don't care. Not that much, no. Not for me. I know women like tall men. For me, it's like, as long as it's slightly taller than me, it's fine. But then again, it depends. And also, who cares? It's not that deep. I think UV Gamers winning the badge game tonight. Thank you for the badge. Yes, I've been to Turkey. Last year, actually, I was in Istanbul. Guys, you need to up the game of comments or else I'm out, because these are not at par. Thank you very much. She's very tiny, guys. You should be literally a midget not to be taller than our girl Xenia. I'm actually not tiny at all, Salvia. I am medium tall. Not super tall, but definitely not tiny. And, when I was younger, when I was like a teenager, I wanted to be tall. And now I actually think I wanted to be shorter. Because, I don't know, I find it cuter to be shorter. I find myself in certain environments and situations to be a little bit too tall. And I don't like it. So I wear sneakers or flats. I don't really wear high heels enough because I don't want to be tall. Grazie mille, Cessna. Of course I'm above that, SX Banu. Well above. Do you use any supplements or serums for thick hair growth? I massage my scalp, that helps a lot, and then you need to really check your iron levels. ¿Eres vampiresa? ¿Te ves siempre igual de joven? Sí, un poquito. Creo que lo soy. Y también yo estoy muy joven, es el punto. Yo no estoy vieja. ¿Qué decimos? What do you think about Paris as a city? Stunning architecture, great culture, good history. But people are a bit rude. It's a culture. Anna, I'm Swiss Italian, yes. So anyway, beware, there's a lot of fakes, blah, 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 blah. This is the only space where you can, speak to me as a fan in a group chat where I respond. Non invecchi mai, no. Però invecchiare è un privilegio. Allora, 2 foto che ti avevo fatto alla mostra del cinema di Venezia alla terrazza Maserati, dove ero il responsabile della location. Ah, Matteo, grazie. Non lo so. People are more friendly and nice in Madrid than Paris. Of course they are, yes. It's a cultural thing. Nous les Français, on n'est pas mal polis, mais les Parisiens, oui. Oui, je sais. J'ai dit les Parisiens, j'ai pas dit les Français. Crush Kingita, dove hai preso sto 97? Vorrei sapere. Dove hai preso sta data strana? How often do you cut your hair? You will be surprised. I don't really cut my hair. Dr. Rasputin, I would never go there. Ew. Your life seems really exciting. Do you ever get lonely? Yeah, I do, but I'm not alone. The fact that I don't show the people in my life or my partner doesn't mean I am alone. But yes, sometimes I can get lonely because I've built everything myself, so sometimes it gets lonely, but in a different way. It's more of a psychological way than physical. Estoy en Londres. No, I don't speak to anybody on direct messaging on Instagram. No. Dr. Rasputin, I don't have that. I'm gonna block you. I would never have that in my life. Ever. Do you understand that? Please let me know if you understand before I block you. Thank you. Yeah, I was saying that I don't speak to anybody on direct messaging. If you want a fan space where, there's like an engagement and people, there's only one, and it is Patreon, and that's it. There's no other way. Of course, if it's a work request, you can email my team and my management, and it depends on what it is. It can be considered. We do a lot of brand promotions, but again, it has to fit. Hey, Uwe Gamer, thank you. Sind deine Zähne echt? Oder hast du Veneers oder Krönen? Keine Veneers, keine Krönen. Nada. Ciao da Lugano. Ciao Chiara, come stai? Nein, alles ist echt an mir, bei mir. Alles. Ich habe nichts gemacht. Can you tell us about your diet and workout routine? I love Pilates so much. Pilates is what doesn't inflame me, makes me feel good after it. I don't feel any DOMS, as in muscular fatigue after that. I'm not a model, but I get confused with being a model because I work with a lot of brands and I shoot for them to promote them. And I also shoot for magazines, but not as a model, as myself. I'm not gonna say this. I'm gonna block you if you keep asking me to say your name because this is annoying. Melushka, hi, how are you? Favorite cuisine? Italian and Japanese. What are your goals for 2026? I'm starting a couple of businesses. I want to live in between places. Not starting. I'm expanding. I'm starting businesses within my media umbrella of already existing ones. So I'm expanding. So you are your own brand. Fernando, thank you for understanding my job. Finally, someone. Really. What lipstick do you have on? This one is So Juicy by Colourpop. What's your favorite book? It changes. Currently, I really like the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. Have you been to Greece? Many times. Last time, twice last year, or 3 times. Thank you. You're very kind and elegant, thank you. I had to remove Mohammed from this live because he's spamming too much with his I love yous. It's nice to read, but not 20 times in a second. Mykonos or Santorini? Santorini, I prefer. Have you ever been to Montreal? Yes, I have once in the summer. It was great. Very kind people. What's your first entrepreneurship? My first company was a web magazine with contributors, and we were writing about art, travel, and luxury. And the contributors were primarily women, independent, and we would monetize with tabellare, which is, at the time, it was banners, so banner contracts in traffic. That was one of my first businesses, but it depends what you consider a business. Which Italian words do you like that does not exist or is not accurately translated in any other language? There's so many. One of them would be bo. Do you offer job applications? Not at the moment. Sushi or filet mignon sushi? My favorite food? Pasta ragu. How high is the ceiling in your apartment? Is it easy to heat? That's such a weird question. It's very, very high. Very, very, very high. Oh, thank you, GLCM Lonur, for the badge. Hola, bonjour. I have a question. Is it true that it's almost impossible to become a citizen of Switzerland? I don't know. I'm not an expert in citizenship, but I think it takes a long time. Yeah, you have to live there for like a long time. And you have to be a good citizen and pass the test. Alright guys, I think this is it. Darf ich fragen, wie es dir so geht? Gut, danke. Yeah. I'm an entrepreneur. I work with a lot of brands. I'm a brand myself, Kirby. And yeah, I represent brands online. I have a lot of followers. If you go in my bio, in my profile, you will see all of the links, not only to all of my socials, the official verified ones, not the ones that try to steal my identity, the real ones, but you also see both my official website and a website for my official biography, if you care, of course. And then you can see everything, or a lot of the things I've done, not everything, but a lot of the things I've been doing professionally. And there's a lot there. Porque siempre te preguntan en qué trabajas. ¿Qué sé yo? Ni idea. Raro, ¿verdad? Fortunatamente non sembri un'intelligenza artificiale, ti seguo da anni. Ho visto anche i tuoi interventi in TED, sei bravissima, grazie mille Axel. You're inspiring. Oh, I appreciate that. Who's your role model? You know what? Funnily enough, I don't really have one, but I do have people I like. And I take here and there things I like about people or that inspire me. But I don't have a role model. I never had one. I never understood that. How can one single person be a role model? Only 10 years, Diego. I thought 20. These feet people are obsessed, aren't they? It's interesting. You guys want to know why people have feet fetishes? They do because, allegedly scientifically, as far as I've read, the part of the brain that regulates attraction for sexuality is adjacent, as in it's close by, to the part that perceives feet. So some people don't have a good division between those two, and that's why they have attraction for feet, which is incredible and funny how the brain works. That's why it is such a huge thing. Also weird, no? 27? No, sono troppi 27, tesoro. Io mentalmente ne ho 18 e fisicamente 23. How old were you when you learned your second language? I learned them all like, I don't know really. But the last I learned I was like 26. Wow, la ragazza del Miramalfi, che belle foto, grazie. Nadia, it is true about the feet explanation. I see. I do not do that content. Thank you, GLCM Lomur, for another batch. Buonasera a tutti. Comunque, raga, stasera siamo un po' lenti. Mi annoio. Anche perché poi è venerdì sera. Quindi non so. Ecco, mi è caduto il lucido labbra. E quindi no, niente, siamo un po' lentini, mi annoio un po', quindi appunto devo aprire la porta, state qua un secondo. Coming. The food is here. Eccomi. Allora, cosa stavo dicendo? 169 IQ. Grazie. Advice on men or dating men as a man hater. I'm not a man hater, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm just pro female empowerment. That does not mean I hate men. At all. Allora, cos'è che stavamo dicendo? Non lo so. Oh, ciao, bye Uwe Gamer. Thank you for the badges. Hi to Germany. Speak soon. I'm not going to Davos this year. I decided not to go. Thank you, Uwe Gamer. Have a lovely night. Thank you, Murat, for getting a badge. Stavamo dicendo che siamo lenti. Sì, infatti, siete un po' lentini, ragazzi. Saman, hi, I'm against female empowerment. Can we discuss? Sure, we can. Ich bin 18. Deseos para este año nuevo. Trabajo, mucho trabajo. Y viajes, pero no demasiado. Me gustaría viajar y quedarme en los lugares. No de que viajar sin parar. Eso. Do you ever think about a second book? Look, guys, I'm thinking about a mailing list. And then in the mailing list, I might add a second, maybe a second book or some sort of beautiful distilled writing, something like that. What do you think? Saman, why is female empowerment producing such high divorce rates? Because women were staying in marriages that were abusive towards them, and they were tolerating that because they didn't have any other option. They didn't have their own bank account, they didn't have a job, they didn't have a way out. So they would tolerate certain abusive behaviors, and that's why there was no divorce, not because they were happy. So that is one explanation, absolutely. Here's your answer. Do you have more? I just don't want to throw away all of these beautiful answers. I want to keep them and give them to a wider audience. Ho intenzione di scrivere un altro libro, mi sa che farò una newsletter e poi nella newsletter mi sa che aggiungerò qualcosa, tipo un secondo libro, digitale forse, o un prodotto del genere che sto scrivendo e sarà per voi. Che ne pensate? Ditemi che ne pensate. Ancora sta roba, oh ti blocco. Bloccato. Tu avevi 2.0, sì. Andrea, will you participate to Milan Fashion Week? I don't know. Nadia, always. Since always. No, vogliamo parlare della sfida col pakistano di qualche giorno fa su TikTok? Me la sto ancora ridendo. Ho fame. No, non lancé un nuevo libro aún. Estoy pensando de lanzar mi newsletter. ¿Qué opinas de eso? Ups. ¿Qué opinan de eso? Yeah. Ciao a tutti. No, nulla, cosa stavo dicendo? Possiamo togliere l'1 all'IQ. Ma di cosa stai parlando, tesoro? Your favorite food? Pasta al ragù. È un pensiero troppo veloce per noi. I don't speak Polish. I don't know what you just asked. Andiamo su TikTok, raga, mi annoio. Guys, I'm bored, I'm going on the other platform. Will you pronounce your name for us? Yes. My name is pronounced Xenia Tchoumi. Xenia Tchoumi. No, I don't want to have kids. Terrible labios. Oye ahora. Callado. Shh. Mis labios son naturales. Silencio. Total. O te bloqueo. Cuidado. Cosa prevede il menù? Delivery. Okay. I don't speak Polish. Is it Polish? I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to TikTok. You guys are boring. No, I'm joking. Thank you for being here. I think it's just the wrong time. Friday night. Why don't you want to have kids? I never wanted any. It's the same reason why I would ask, why do you want to have kids? I just don't want to have kids. The other platform is TikTok. TikTok. But I don't want to say it because I don't think Instagram likes me pronouncing it. Are you drunk? I don't drink. Are you based in the UK? Yes, I'm in London. Hi, England. Hi, Sarah. Love your content. Thank you. TikTok is not for kids. Bye. I know a young woman who looks exactly like you. She's an influencer in Syria. Okay. Are you sure she's not a fake? Okay. Well, I appreciate you being here, and I'll speak to you soon. And then, yeah, you find me here on my Patreon, and you find me in the comments under my reels and photos on Instagram. I do read the comments. That's the only way for you to actually engage with me is through comments. If you're not part of a private community, then through comments. And yeah, I read them all. And I love reading them, so thank you so much. I also like to have discussions and everything. This is a troll. I have a troll. There's always some trolls coming through. It's good to see them, so you block them and then they cannot reach you again. I like it. I'm sorry to hear you're based in the UK. I chose it. Deliberately. Alrighty. Bye then. Bye-bye.